Well, continuing on the journey of Andy Dare, in addition to being a podcaster, you also have a job as a restaurateur. Would that be the correct term?
Yeah, that's how I make it sound a little bit more fancy than it is. But yeah, I could say that. I've told people that I am the only guy to share the two titles of podcasting legend and pig roaster.
Nice.
So yeah, you don't get a lot of overlay in those two departments. But yeah, I work during the summer. I do pig roasts, and I bring a smoker, bring a van or a big box truck, bring a smoker, bring the pig. And we carve it in front of the party, and then we put a whole buffet together. I have girls help me work the buffet and stuff like that, give out samples to the kids. It's just a weird, little bit of Americana that I was kind of interested in, and I've done it for 3 summers now, so.
I think I had a roasted pig experience at a luau in Hawaii when I was very, very young.
Nice. Was it in a pit? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I was very young, but I do certainly remember the image of a pig on a huge rod, basically.
Nice. Yeah, there's something primal about the smell of, a pig that has been cooking, especially with a good dry rub. It hits your nose and you start salivating. So. Well,
let me ask you, do you don't kill the pig, do you? You're given a dead pig, is that how it works?
Yeah, that's the first question always is, did I kill the pig? And I usually make up an elaborate lie that I hunted him down and took him down, but
Lord
no.
Of the Fly style?
Yeah, no, not quite. They come completely dead, completely gutted. I don't have to worry about dealing with any innards or anything like that. I just have to pull off the skin and pull the meat off, so it's really just really easy work. So,
and where does the dead pig come from? Does it just comes from a meat shop or
exactly? I've had to go down and pick them up before. It's right in the middle of Chicago on Lake Street, and I go in there and it's straight out of the 70s. This is an office. There's no computers. There's just typewriters and files everywhere. We forget that we're from this era, but back in the 70s, there would be file cabinets lining every wall, every piece of work that they've done in the last 20 years. And everybody is smoking a cigarette. It's just a cloud of smoke. So I was like, wow, this is the year 2010 or 2011?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow, that's really cool.
We get the pig from there, and then we just pretty much put the rub on it and cook it for 22 hours, then bring it out on the to the party, and then carve it in front of everybody. So
now it sounds like a pretty cinematic job. Has there ever been a character in a movie that their job is to roast a pig?
No, I think that is sorely missing from Hollywood, actually. What's
the cinematic story of the pig roaster? How could you describe your life as a movie? Or at least your job.
Yeah, I tell everybody I turn into a little bit like Bobby Flay when I'm out there. I first we decorate the pig. We put these leaves around it. We put a thing around its neck. A Hawaiian thing, a lei, I guess. Then an apple in its mouth, and then everybody takes pictures. The kids are all excited, and then I ask the guy who's paying the bill, off with the head, and then they say yep, and then I take the knife. I pretty much just make one cut behind the head. Take the head off, put it on a platter, and then the rest of the pulling is as easy as I say taking his coat off, which means taking the skin and peeling it back, and then I just start pulling the pieces of meat. There's a little bit of tenderloin behind the spine, which is the best part. Obviously, you give samples of that, and
I gotta say,
then
I gotta say, the more you're talking about this, the more it's sounding like Hannibal Lecter serial killer story. I think that might be the right direction.
Exactly, it drops the lotion in the basket, right?
Exactly.
But I think I've actually done a YouTube couple things where I'm doing it and stuff like that. But to be perfectly honest, it's not my one true desire to be a pig roaster the rest of my life. I really want to make it in podcasting and the cult of personality thing that Adam's going on, where where he's got a bunch of different irons in the fire, a bunch of different things going on, all leading to a happy life. So
well, you're one step closer, my friend, just by being on this show.
Awesome, and I do appreciate it.
All right, so tell me then, let's talk a little bit about movies about the restaurant industry, because I also spent some time as a waiter. My first job ever was a waiter at Johnny Rockets.